So if you're getting ready to launch your business, you definitely want to make sure that you have clarity, because if you don't, there's a huge possibility that it will not work. Hey there, beautiful. Welcome back to my channel. Tamia here. If you've never seen my face before, I would love to invite you to go ahead and subscribe to my channel, because on my channel we talk about all things connected to living the intentional lady life so that you can build a life and a dream business that I know that you'll absolutely love. Why? Because of the fact that you built to do me a favor. Make sure you hit the cute little bell for updates. So there are so many different business owners that just kind of get great ideas to start businesses, but they don't have full swing clarity as to exactly what their road ahead looks like. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes you do definitely have to take a leap of faith and just kind of do it like Nike did, right? And then there are other times where you have to make sure that you have a clear path as to exactly where you're going on your journey of possibly entrepreneurship, because if not, you can have unnecessary setbacks that really didn't have to really be an issue if you made sure that you did everything strategically and absolutely with clarity. So in today's training video, we're going to be talking about 7 things to do before launching your business. This is going to be something that's absolutely good, so let's go ahead and get into it. Now, according to the US Bureau of Labor Statistics, literally there are approximately just about 20% of new businesses that fail during the first year, and literally within 2 years of being open, there's about 45% that literally fail. Now, just so you can have full clarity as to why these different failures happen, aside from the fact that they clearly do not have clarity, is that literally there are different mistakes that small business owners make that really stop them dead in their tracks. So one, they really fail to market online. Some people just do not get the concept of understanding that you cannot just put out your products and services and expect for people to come. Oftentimes you hear people say, if you build it, then they'll just come, and that's not necessarily the case. It's important that you market, and when you don't, that will cause you to fail and absolutely have to close your doors. Secondly, you find that new business owners also fail to listen to their potential clients or customers. They don't build products and services that can help to be able to suit the needs of those that they want to buy their products and services. Remember, you're not creating products and services just for yourself, but you're creating these products and services for people that have a need for what it is that you are supplying. Next, we find that small business owners usually fail to leverage future growth. That goes back to not exactly knowing where they're going on their journey. They don't leverage opportunities to be able to, let's say, get the brand name out, or opportunities to be able to flourish as a CEO. And that's something you definitely do not want to do. You want to leverage the different opportunities that you get so that you can totally get the name of your business or the brand of your business and company out, so that more people will have the opportunity to know exactly who you are. They also fail to adapt and grow when the market changes. That's why it is super important that you stay in the know as it relates to the trends. No, you may not follow every single trend that comes out in terms of where you are in your business or what your business model stands for, but it's important for you to make sure that if you have to adapt and grow as it relates to different market changes, that you definitely get ready to do so. And last but not least, most oftentimes small business owners fail because of the fact that they fail to track and really measure their marketing efforts. So let's say you're putting out an ad campaign. Are you the type of business owner that will turn around and really track and measure if this particular funnel or if this particular ad campaign is working for your business, or do you just kind of let it run out? It's important that you become savvy at these different things that you are going to do in your business so that you can experience growth and success and not failure. Now, it's important that I put this disclaimer out there that I understand a part of entrepreneurship in particular has to do with you failing at the different things that you have to learn along the way. But sometimes people fail and then they never start up again. They never keep going. They never learn from their mistakes and keep moving forward. So I really just wanted to take a second to highlight why most small businesses fail, so that this will not be your testimony. Now that we know that you have the insight as it relates to how not to fail, as it relates to your particular business, or as you go on the journey to launch your business, now we're going to dive into the nitty-gritty of the things that you need to make sure that you have in place, the 7 things in particular, so that you can launch with full clarity and also confidence, which is super duper intentional, right? So first, you're gonna go ahead and begin to write down different name ideas for your business. What do you want to name your particular business? You want to dive into your drive and your why as it relates to why you want your company to be known by this name. Now, most oftentimes, let's say when people name their children, and oftentimes small business owners say that their businesses are their babies. Now, people don't just go ahead and name their babies any and everything. They name their babies usually names that are very meaningful. So can you choose a particular meaning that really can be in sync with the name of your business, so that you can make that particular story a part of your mission and your vision, your reason why? So the first thing that you're going to do, once again, is make sure that you get clarity on what your business name is going to be. Don't randomly pick something out of the sky, but make sure that you put meaning into exactly why you want to call your business a particular name. There's also a level of research that you can do, so that you can make sure that certain things in your business name really have that clarity, especially when people hear it. So for instance, the membership that I'm building out for online aspiring upcoming business owners is named Domina. Domina is an Italian word for lady, and because I know that my particular targeted market are ladies, it's important for me to have a name for my membership that really captivates them in terms of the meaning of the particular membership. So I'm helping lady entrepreneurs to be able to build online businesses that they absolutely love. Why? Because of the fact that they built it. So whatever it is that you do in terms of naming your business, please make sure that there's a drive for your why, so that when you begin to tell your story helps to captivate the person that is connecting to your business name. Remember that the name that you're going to pick for your business is free marketing for your business. So you want to make sure that you keep in mind that if you're going to be promoting that name, this name is going to once again really captivate your possible prospects, so that they can be pulled in by the exact name of your company. Now, if you feel like this is something that is going to keep you stuck and you're not going to be able to move forward, always keep in mind that you do have the opportunity to be able to change your name at the beginning, especially before you start to lock in certain components as it relates to the legal part of your business. So let's get clarity on that name of your business. So next, you're going to begin to really work on exactly who your targeted audience is. Who is your ideal customer, the person that you are building your company to serve? You're also going to begin to ask yourself, who are your people? The people who are going to love every single thing that you put out and you promote. So what I want you to do is begin to create 2 to 3 customer avatars. So what customer avatars are literally your ideal clients. What do they like? Where do they shop? What do they do on a day-to-day basis? What do they watch? And when you can get clarity on really getting particular on who exactly your particular targeted audience is, then you will begin to automatically create products and services for those clientele. Now, there is nothing like having clients or customers that you really don't necessarily want to work with. So you want to make sure that your particular company, because of the fact that you've done research, is attracting your ideal client and customer. So for example, all of my brand colors are pink, which I know usually intrigue women. Not to say that men don't like pink, but pink is known to be a feminine color. So for me and my branding, I am completely clear about that particular color, and I'm able to attract women. Like, you look at my brand colors and you know that my targeted audience is really focused on women. So you want to once again create 2 to 3 customer avatars with all of the characteristic traits that you know you want your ideal customers to have, or your ideal targeted audience, so that you can be clear once again on the products and services that you are putting out. Now, funny enough, if you get a little stuck with this, you might find that your customer avatar is actually you. So for instance, as it relates to myself and my business, I am my ideal customer, which is really one of the reasons why I developed my business. I wanted to be able to to create a membership or opportunities to be able to teach women different things as it relates to life and online business, particularly intentionality, purpose. And because of the fact that most oftentimes as it relates to my own personal journey, I sometimes found it hard to be able to find different mentors that had class and confidence, but then at the same time were able to teach me something. I decided to become that person. Now, what I'm not saying is that there's no one out there particularly just like me, because there shouldn't be, which is what makes us unique as human beings. But I definitely wanted to see more African American lady entrepreneurs out there that are in the millennial bracket teaching women how to be able to build out bomb online businesses. So I decided to become her. So it wasn't hard for me to be able to create products and services or either content or anything as it relates to online business, because I know that my client is actually just like me. Then a lot of my clients also like a lot of things that I like. So definitely start with yourself first to see if you can find your particular customer avatar within yourself. If you know that maybe your business started on the basis of a need that you had yourself, that you wanted to be able to supply for other people. Next, what you're gonna do is really get clear as to your whole marketing plan. Now, there are so many different components to marketing that you really need to make sure that you pay attention. Now, we're really gonna focus on just two parts because there's so many different parts to marketing. When I say so many different parts, there's email marketing, there's also different components of marketing that you do as it relates to your social media. Then there are components of marketing that goes into ad campaigns. I mean, so many different compartments of marketing. So you definitely want to do research on the type of marketing that your particular business needs. But as it relates to me giving you information for this video, you want to make sure that you focus on where you're going to market your business. What social media channel will your business show up on, where you can be able to connect to your targeted audience? Now, better yet, where is your targeted audience already? Are your people on Instagram consistently? Do they love the Instagram platform, or are they on Facebook? Or do you have to shoot off some ads on Instagram and Facebook to be able to get your particular clients in your funnel? Now, another good thing may be to make sure that you're marketing your particular business through networking opportunities. Now, because of the fact that the world's literally in a pandemic, doing a local networking opportunity in terms of like a face-to-face meetup is not the greatest thing to do right now, but there are amazing local networking opportunities popping up online. So you could search the app like meetup.com and try to see if there are some online events that you can definitely take part in and really get your company name out there, what you do, why you love to do it. I'm telling you, there are so many different people that are completely open to what it is that you're doing in your company. And then one thing that I also find is that if you market your particular company to other businesses, you can become a resource for another business. So for instance, if you do a business that connects to photography, if you go ahead and you go to a networking event and you have an online business owner like myself, who oftentimes needs outside contractors to be able to help my clients, and my clients can definitely turn into your clients. So it's super duper important that you are making yourself well known in the industry, making sure that people understand how you can go ahead and serve them. Now, another part of marketing that I want to dive into just a bit really connects to creating different components of, let's say, content in some cases. And if you're struggling with anything that surrounds content marketing or just anything as it relates to not exactly being clear about what content is, I created a system called the Lady Boss Content System. I make sure that I put it in the description box down below, and a course that has several different resources and videos that will help you to finally get clear on content. Content is queen in the game, especially of online business. Your content is what it is. Your content is going to help you to be able to make money. So if you really want to get clarity surrounding what content is, once again, and how you can create content for the different avenues of your business, you definitely want to check that product out. And once again, like I said, I'll put it in the description box down below. So marketing, it's important to make sure that you are creating an email list. If you have never heard it before, get an email list. An email list is simply a tool that you need in your business that is going to be able to help you to communicate with your clients, nurture relationships, get to know the people that you want to be able to buy your products and services. Now, obviously, you can definitely get sales on social media, but you definitely have to have a strong game to be able to convert people on social media platforms. But then at the same time, you can go ahead and create an email list. Now, if you know nothing about an email list, I got you covered. Check out this video right here. Here, I'll teach you everything that you need to know about email marketing 101 so that you can definitely get started with that. And last but not least, it's important that you make sure that you are marketing your products and services. You have to have these different things in place before you can actually launch and say that you are a business. Now, you might get a little intimidated by these things, but we must go over them because these particular things are what makes you stand out as an organized and intentional business. Literally having your business in order. And this particular step would be having your business administrative items in place and really doing your business planning process. So what particular project management systems will you be using to be able to keep track of the important things in your business? So for instance, I utilize a project management software that I absolutely love called Asana. I'll make sure that I put it in the description box down below. And this helps me to keep every component of my business absolutely organized, whether you're talking about me doing YouTube videos or launching a campaign in terms of ads and knowing all of the leads that I have gotten in those ads, or whether I'm building out my membership. This particular tool helps me to keep everything in my business in tip-top shape. Also, as it relates to administrative items or business planning, you want to make sure that you are choosing the correct legal structure. This is what makes you stand out from the rest. Now, you can absolutely do all of your own research as to if you believe that you are ready for a particular legal structure. For me, I have my business documented as an LLC. After doing research, I found that an LLC works absolutely amazing in terms of covering my business if anything ever comes up. But as you do your own research, and you'll find out what works for you. It's also important that you look into making sure that you have an EIN number, especially if you are looking into possibly, let's say, opening up a boutique. Now, there are several different ways that you can go about getting the merchandise to be able to sell to your clientele, whether you're talking about drop shipping or either wholesale goods. It's important that you make sure that you have things in order in terms of your business administrative items and planning process, like your suppliers inventory list, or either knowing exactly where your office space is going to be. Are you going to do a home office space? You want to make sure that you have all of these administrative items together in the planning of your business so that everything is absolutely covered. Now, if you notice in the beginning of this video, I said nothing about branding because I don't know why as entrepreneurs, one of the first things we do is go ahead and try to hop on the branding game. I have my branding game together, but your branding game, while it is important, it is not going to 100% make you money. So if you've been kind of doodling in Canva and you've been on social media kind of posting, you want to stop that because of the fact that it is not the most important component of you having your business launched, you having your business out there so that people can take advantage of what it is that you have to offer. While it also is important in terms of your identity as a business, you want to make sure that you absolutely do it right, and it's also something that is consistent, and you want that consistency so that you can stand out from among the crowd. It is crowded in the world of business, but you can absolutely make sure that you differentiate, and you can make sure that people absolutely remember you on the basis of your brand. So what you want to be able to do is choose a branding board that literally consists of all of the different colors that you want to be able to utilize in your business, as well as making sure that your font is consistent so that when people go to your website or they see a landing page or anything that you create, even on social media, all these things are consistent so that they can once again identify you. These branding colors as well as these fonts can also bleed over to, let's say, your packaging. So let's say you have different kinds of fonts on your website, then it would be a good idea to keep different things consistent in terms of the packaging that you have as well. It's important for you to make sure that you have product packaging systems as well as software in terms of, let's say you're printing stickers that have your brand on it. You want to have all of these different components lined up so that when you go ahead and you are in the state of producing for your business in terms of, let's say, your products, everything is in place. You know exactly where you're gonna go to get what. All right, so now we're gonna dive a little bit into some good stuff, and that is finances within your business. Remember, you're showing up big. You're showing up absolutely confident, and you're showing up with intentionality in your business. As it relates to you launching, you want to make sure that you have in order your finances. So do you need to open up a bank account or open up a PayPal account or a Stripe account so that you can funnel your sales through to these particular financial software platforms? You want to make sure that you are doing the necessary research so that you can go ahead and have the perfect checkout carts, which definitely make a difference. I'll just say a little bit more about checkout carts. If you have the wrong checkout cart, you can really lose a sale. Like, it is documented. There are statistics. So do the necessary research so that you can start to look into the perfect one for your business, especially if you're doing digital products and you don't necessarily have a system that has, let's say, a checkout cart built into it in particular. So maybe check out one like Samcart in particular. I don't utilize this one, but it is one among many that are out there. Do your research. Tamia said, do your research. You also want to look into accounting softwares like QuickBooks. You don't want to begin to launch your business and not know exactly whether you're coming or going. Sometimes these different things can slip through the cracks, maybe especially if you're at the beginning of your business and you're not necessarily making the income that you are planning on making in the future, but just totally be in the know so that even in the future, if you decide to hire somebody to do the financial or accounting parts of your business, at least you know exactly what it is that you want because you've done the necessary research in the beginning when you had more time. Now, this next component that you definitely need to make sure that you know before you launch your business is making sure that you do some more business planning, which is super duper important. Now, oftentimes we have our name in place and we know where we want to show up, but you might not have the products or the services in place that you need, as well as your pricing. So you definitely want to get this down packed and absolutely tight. Now, I know sometimes people do this on the end of them putting together their business, but it's important that you do all the necessary research ahead of time, like we talked about, in terms of knowing who your particular ideal client is. And then by you knowing who your ideal client is, and you'll know what products or services you need to be putting together in your business, as well as the pricing as it relates to that demographic of people that can afford your products or your services. So you definitely want to begin to produce your packages. If you're doing more of a service-based business, then let's say you put 3 different packages in place that you are offering, and you definitely want to study these packaging so that you can articulate them to your clients if they have any questions, which are the ones that I sell. You want to make sure that you have your product suite in order, or either different levels of your product. Now, let me know in the comments down below, out of all of these tips that I've given you that I must say were pretty good, which one of these tips are you going to go ahead and begin to implement before you go ahead and launch your business? Are you going to do product research, or are you going to make sure that you have your ideal client, or are you going to make sure that you have your ideal client avatars in place before you go ahead and intentionally launch your business? Let me know in the comments down below. Now, there's one more thing that I absolutely have to let you know, and that is I totally, absolutely believe in you. Do me a favor, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'll see you again here soon. Ciao.